Hi, this is Mayor Rob Dolan, and we're on the top of the roof at Melrose High School. This year's high school renovation project, which has been an ongoing process that every year we've done something pretty major. Last year, the science lab. This year on the roof. Now, when you're down and below playing soccer or Little League or dropping your kids off at the high school and middle school, you don't see what's going on up here. But this is a major $2.5 million HVAC system to correct another issue from the original high school that was built in the early 1970s that is taken many years to repair, and that is bringing temperature controls and fresh air into the almost windowless Melrose High School. So let's talk about what you found. This is Denise Gaffey, our city planner, who is responsible, this department that's responsible for this work, and Pat Sayetta, who's been working with the city of Melrose as a director of our construction projects, having built the middle school and all the renovation at the high school. So no one knows these buildings better than Denise and Pat. So guys, when we first started this project, what were the obvious problems for people is that the air quality in high school is often stagnant, not circulation, little circulation, different heat in every classroom, not fresh air. So how did it all begin?
Well, besides all of those things, there also was the enormous cost of actually having these units function. They were not high efficiency units. They were old, worn, and they weren't functioning very well.
Now the original building was electric heat?
The original building was electric heat. It was totally electric heat, and at some point in the early 80s they came to the conclusion that it was exorbitant. Obviously everybody else that had electric heat was aware of that, and they made a change to gas-fired rooftop units. They were air-fired units that they did the job at that time, but they didn't have a lot of control.
Is that them over there?
They are gone.
Oh, they're gone.
They were removed as part of this particular project. And the change was made to go to a modern high-efficiency boilers and hydronic system, which is furnishing hot liquid and cool liquid for various units, supply fresh air, and the heat or cooling is modulated by obviously the temperature of the water circulating through the coil. So now what we have is high-efficiency boilers that are going to save the city a fortune. You have a much more consistent flow of heating and cooling to those units. So all the major components on this job in the course of the last 4 months have been changed. There's new coils in the mechanical rooms, and there's 5 mechanical rooms. You can see one here. There's 3 behind us.
So let's go over here. This is the over here to my right is, unlike the original system, we were unable to bring enough fresh air from the outside in order to make the building have better air quality. Right?
Yes, and one of the problems was that there was restriction in getting a lot of the air into the building, but there was also a lot of the units that had not been functioning properly, either through malfunction or, in some cases, some individuals thought there might have been an inefficiency in closing off some of the dampers. When you do that, you create obviously more efficiency, but you don't have the code compliant ventilation.
And this piece of equipment takes the air, brings the air into the building.
Inside this particular penthouse, what you have is you have air handling units that take fresh air into the units. The dampers now are open and modulating by the automated temperature control system. And in those existing units, which were no problem, they're good units, but instead of having an electric coil in there, you now have a hot water coil or a chill water coil. So that all of the heating and cooling that's produced goes through these coils, and there's coils in each one of these fan rooms in each one of the 5 penthouses.
Now to the left here, now in the house I have a central air system. It looks like that, but just a miniature size right underneath my kitchen window.
Yes.
This is just a larger version of a cooling system that could cool this entire building.
That's pretty much what you have. It's a larger version. That's simplistic things. It's a larger version of what you have in your household. And this is now producing, during the summer months, it's producing chill water, which flows through all the piping you see that's drifting all the way through the site. That goes into each one of these fan rooms, provides chill water in the coils. It's modulated with outside fresh air, and it's producing cool, fresh air into the building.
So all these white pipes bring coolant
into the units in the summertime. Yep. And in the winter, they're carrying hot water from the boiler room in the garage, the new boiler room that's in the garage that has 3 high efficiency boilers. It carries hot water through the same piping, through the same units, to provide heat in the building.
Now, Denise, what students and educators in this building, what are some of the changes they should see or feel this winter, next spring, next summer?
Well, I think already they feel more comfortable because they're getting fresh air. They're getting 100% fresh air into the building, which they did not have or they haven't had for several years. So they're feeling more comfortable on a daily basis. They're also not going to experience the variation in temperatures like they have in the past. They won't need to wear their coats in the classroom in the winter, and they're going to be very comfortable in the summer months with the air conditioner.
In terms of the total cost of the project, Denise, and how that's been managed to date as we finish up the project, that's going fine also?
Yep, we're on budget with our project. We had a nice contingency to handle any of our change orders, and we still have some funding available there. And one of the great things about this project is because of all the high efficiency equipment, we were able to apply, we were able to get a Green Communities grant, $250,000 in Green Communities funding to apply towards this project.
That's great. So we were just, Pat and I and Denise were just talking about 10 years ago, a little more than 10 years ago, we started construction right during the Mother's Day storm next door. And now 10 years later at Melrose High School, people focus on the middle school, but we eliminated the open space. We've redone the Marcoux gym. A lot of the work that is done at the middle school at the theater and the gym complex was really built for the high school students. We've done all new science labs. We've done a lot of technology in the high school. We've done a lot of the guts of the building, which includes wiring, a lot of safety enhancements, not just cameras, but in terms of computers and telephone communication systems and all the nooks and crannies in the building that wasn't here a while ago. And now the HVAC system that was really important, although not as sexy as building a new school, is critically important because this school, even when I was here in the late 90s, when one kid got sick, it seemed like the whole school got sick. And there was the type of flow. People at 1:32, people would get tired because of that lack of oxygen. So in the morning, when the fresh air from the beautiful fall nights come in, they should be ready to go. And those are the little things that improve education in our schools. And it's part of our ongoing plans to improve the high school. Now, next week, we're going to be sitting down and reviewing a master plan for this building. Do you want to talk a little bit about what we've been doing the last couple of months?
Yes, we've been working with an architect, Tape Associates, who also designed and built our middle school, to look at all aspects of this building from a facility standpoint, to evaluate current standards for high schools and whether our classrooms meet those standards and how we want to plan for the future. And we are going to be evaluating next week some different plans for renovations to some of our key interior spaces, like the Resource Center, which is badly in need of some contemporary upgrades.
So, you know, this is a lot of your tax dollars and work up here on the roof of the high school. We appreciate you watching this, and again, we're still committed to ongoing renovations of this Melrose High School for it to be the best it can possibly be. And all the great credit goes to Denise and our planning office and Pat Sada, who's done a tremendous job over the last decade in the building committee. Thanks so much.